evening, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Olugbemisola. You're welcome to Dreams of the Heart TV, and I'm here with you again, bringing a word of encouragement to encourage you and get you to get up and do something with the word. Okay, so today I have a question I'd like to ask you, and it says, have you been in a place where you feel like your dreams haven't been achieved, or you feel like due to events happening around you, those dreams seem to be dead? That's my theme today. And my phrase is dead dreams come alive. We're going to speak to dead dreams. Every dead dream come alive. That's my theme today. So I would like to share with you from the perspective of a young man whose name I call Ezekiel. The Bible calls his name Ezekiel, and the story is found in the Bible. It's Ezekiel 37. So this young man, God gave him like a vision experience and took him into a valley that was filled with dry bones. These bones actually were said to be plain, dry, really dry, very dry. So which means they were completely gone. And God asked him a question. He said to him, can these bones live? And Ezekiel looked, and Ezekiel said, you know, Lord, I don't. You're God, I'm not. You alone know if these bones can live. But that wasn't the answer God was looking for. God knew that he had made Ezekiel a man with power in his mouth. He had given him authority to speak over everything around him. And he said to Ezekiel, no, I'm not going to speak over these bones. You are the one that is going to prophesy. You are going to speak to these dead bones, and these dead bones are going to come to life. So he commanded him and said, speak to the bones, prophesy to them. The word prophesy just means speak. It means declare. So Ezekiel did as he was commanded. He called for, he said, dead bones. I'll read a little bit of the stories. He said, prophesy over these bones, dry bones, listen to the message of the Lord. It means dry bones, listen. I'm speaking to you. Come to life. And those dead bones had no life in them. But he said, as Ezekiel spoke, what happens? Life came into those dry bones. And then God kept on asking him, okay, now you have the bones now, but they don't have any flesh. What's going to happen? He said, flesh come upon the bones, muscles come upon them, sinews be formed. And he kept on prophesying. And then he said, these bones are still fine. They have flesh, they have sinew, they don't have any breath in them. It's your responsibility, Ezekiel, to prophesy, to speak. You declare over these bones and say, dry bones receive the breath of God. So the dry bones did what? He says he spoke life into them. And that's my challenge. That was my challenge. Ezekiel spoke life to those dry bones. In your life, what are those dry bones? What are those things that seem to be dead? Today my word to you is speak to them. We're still in the same phrase. We've talked about speaking to our mountains. I spoke about the power of words. This is commanding. This is just now, we're just commanding, we're decreeing over every dead dream, anything that seems to be like a dead dream. It still continues. It says breath came into them, and then so I prophesied just as he commanded me, and breath came into them, and they came alive, and they stood up on their feet, a huge army. Then God said to me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Listen to what they're saying. Our bones are dried up. Our hope is gone. There is nothing left of us. Do you know how hopeless that is? Our bones are dried up. Our hope is gone. There might be someone that is saying here, yes, these dreams I've had a dream of getting married, but then it seems, oh, my hope is gone. I don't have any hope anymore. I'm too old now. I'm not going to ever get married. I'm saying to you now, speak to that dead dream and call it to come to life. You need to say, dead dreams, come alive. You need to open your mouth. When God made us, he made us in his image. He gave us the authority to speak into everything that seems to be dead in our lives. It's our responsibility. He's not going to speak for us. He has given us the authority to speak to those situations. And now it's left to us to look at the situation and say, oh, is it a dead womb? I'm going to say, dead womb, I command you to come to life. So your phrase this week is dead dreams come alive. You know what that dead dream is in your life. I don't know, but you know. So you have to begin to say, dead dream come alive. Dead womb, I command you to come alive. It might be a rebellious child that that might have gone away from home, and you're like, your hope is lost. Just like he said here, our hope is gone. There is nothing left of us. But with God, you know, dead things, just like we saw, dead things can always come to life. So now it's our responsibility to say, everything that seems to be dead, I need to call them back to life. That child that seemed to have gone away from home, he's rebellious, he's gone, is like a dead hope. But now as you speak to it, what's going to happen? Life is going to come back. That child is going to come back. You know, there might, whatever it might be, God is giving you a word today. It might be that you've had a dream of maybe going back to school, and you're thinking, oh, time down, I really can't do it anymore, because maybe when I wanted to do it, that was the best time. No, now is the best time. You need to speak to that dream that seemed to have been dead and say, no, you dream of my going back to school. I call you forth back. I let him receive life, and you begin to walk with it, everything that you need to do to bring him back. As you speak it, you know, the funny thing about Ezekiel spoke, he didn't even know how it happened. But your part is to speak. God's part is to bring it to pass. So when you speak, don't think about, oh, what if it doesn't happen? When you speak to that dead womb, don't think, oh, what if I don't conceive? What if I don't get a spouse? What if I never get married? You believe it as you speak it, and as you speak it, guess what? God will bring it to pass if you believe it, because that's what you need to do. So what is it that you, and another thing I wanted to say is, sometimes those dreams are dead, but they're not just dead. Some dreams are actually buried. So now they're dead, they're dry, they're dead, and now they've buried them. So you might need to go back and say, what dream is buried? So now, just like if something is buried in the ground, what do you have to do? You have to dig. You have to dig to get it back up. You have to dig to bring up the, you know, the coffin where maybe the remains were. You have to dig it up. So now you have to dig up everything, dig around that dead dream and bring it back to life. You know, as you dig, you begin to speak to that dream. As you speak to it, you know, you're digging, you're calling it back to life. The Bible says, just like I said in my other video, that we call those things that be not as though they were. Everything that seems to be dead, everything that seems to be, oh, this is not possible. With God, all things are possible. Every dead dream, today we're going to command you and say, come back to life. Dead dream in my career, come back to life. Dead dream in my marriage, come back to life. Dead dream in the life of my children, everything that's going to be dead. Dead dreams of moving past barriers, I command you to come back to life. There shall be no dead dream in my life. I am commanding everything that has been put in my life, that has been put upon the inside of me, to come to life and manifest. So that's my challenge to you today. Whatever it is, I'm challenging you to speak life to it. It's time to speak life to your dead dream. Call it forth until it manifests. If you've enjoyed this video, I will encourage you to share with others, like it, subscribe it, and subscribe to our channel. And you know what? I love comments, I love questions. But until next week, stay tuned.